One can tell a lot about people by looking at their culture and history. The best source for learning this is by visiting museums, which is the best medium through which one can learn about nations. The Egyptian Museum can be your guide to Egypt. Simply, the museum will provide its visitors with all information one might need before visiting any of the ancient sites. It is just like a book that one can read by moving on around from one section to the other, where one can read a lot about the history of ancient civilization, as if you are walking through history with the exact meaning of the word. The Egyptian Museum houses the world's greatest collection of Egyptian treasures and antiquities. Tens of thousands of stunning and fascinating objects dating from the earliest pre-dynastic times right through to the Greek and Roman periods. And visitors to this great storehouse may become easily overwhelmed by the vast number of objects on display. The best example for this is El Minya Governorate. El Minya is one of Egypt's unique governorates. It is the bride of Upper Egypt, due to its location, which is roughly at the border of Upper and Lower Egypt. It has a wealth of archaeological sites worth visiting. Among these sites are Tell el-Amarna. And remember, it is very important to understand who established it and why. The Egyptian Museum can provide a brief history of the Amarna period, One of the most exciting collections in the Egyptian Museum can be found in the Amarna room. Here, one can see evidence relating to the life and beliefs of Akhenaten, the first recorded monotheist in history, who worshipped the sun disk known as the Aten. He started his reign as Amenhotep IV and changed his name after his religious revolution began. As well as creating a revolution in religion and architecture, Akhenaten also made another one in art. The artists of this period developed a freer art style. So for the first time, we see the king sitting with his family, eating and playing. Many scholars have also studied the statues of Akhenaten, these ones from Karnak and Tel el-Amarna, which take a strange shape when compared to traditional Egyptian statuary, when compared to the traditional Egyptian ones. The king's body has a feminine style with exaggerated eyes and mouth and a large stomach. In the museum also there is a relief showing Akhenaten and his family. This relief was discovered within the royal tomb at Tel el-Amarna. It depicts the king and queen offering lotus flowers to the god Aten. The Aten itself is shown as a sun disk, its rays ending with human hands providing life and prosperity. Behind the king and queen, their eldest daughter can be seen also holding a sistrum with one hand and holding hand of her younger sister with the other. And the two are depicted wearing long transparent dresses in the typical style of the Amarna period. And the scene is accompanied by prayers to the Aten and the titles and names of each member of the royal family. Nefertiti is wearing a long wig and a crown with a uraeus surmounted by two horns, a sun disk and two long plumes. On visiting Tel el-Amarna, one can see the city of Akhenaten that once stood, and still one can see the remains of the two temples dedicated to Aten, the sun god, whom the pharaoh Akhenaten designated as the one true god of Egypt, as well as some royal tombs, much like those in the Valley of the Kings. There are over 25 tombs on site. Most are decorated with columns bearing the papyrus motif and all with inscriptions of the hymn to the sun, written by Akhenaten. The tombs also feature some lovely reliefs painted and engraved on the walls, which are some of the best preserved from ancient Egypt. Talking about the age of the pyramids, there is another section in the Egyptian Museum. To learn about this age, just go back to the time of the pharaohs and discover their enchanting history. Even when we move to another museum that is located in the Pharaonic village. In this exhibit, the visitor can see the evolution of the idea